Good morning, everyone. Can we stand up for the prayer? Okay, Miss Matabaran, lead the prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, before you settle down, kindly pick up some pieces of papers. Okay, thank you. Attendance. Okay, very good. No one is absent. Before we start our discussion, we will be having an activity. So, all you need to do is to arrange the jumbled letters. Did you guys enjoy the activity? So, if so, I have some questions for you. What is the meaning of CPD? Anyone? Okay, very good. Very good, Laika. It refers to the ongoing learning and professional growth of educators. And why is CPD necessary to all professional teachers? Very good. It updates knowledge and skills, enhances teaching quality, and third is, okay, very good, it fosters career growth. And lastly, how is CPD contribute to the development and growth of all professional teachers? Why do you think so? Okay, yes, Pangilinan? Very good. It enhances pedagogical skills and fosters innovation. Okay, thank you.
So today, we will be discussing about the Chapter 7, Continuing Professional Development, the Lifeblood of the Teaching Profession. So, we have here the introduction. Introduction. The professional license for teaching obtained after passing the licensure examination for teachers, or LET. It simply tells that all professional teacher possesses the minimum competencies expected of professional teachers. So, we all know that as expected, professional teacher expected to continue developing after he obtained his or her professional license. So, a LET passer is one of the big demands of a professional teacher. So, the Code of Professional Conduct for Public School Teachers cited in Section 7 of RA 4670 states, responsibility is something expected of a professional teacher. The work of the teacher in the development and guidance of the young is a tremendous responsibility for which he is accountable to God, to his country, and to posterity. It is a trust of which every teacher should strive to be worthy. So we all know that as a professional teacher, she or she has a big responsibility because they are the one who guide the young ones, and for which he is accountable to God and to his country and the posterity of the young people. In fact, all professional teachers owe to themselves as they serve to go through CPD. So, when a doctor commits mistake, he or she buries that mistake. So, when a lawyer commits mistake, he or she puts that mistake behind bar. So, what about a teacher? So, when a teacher commits mistake, he or she multiplies that mistake. So therefore, a professional cannot afford to commit mistake. A professional needs to go through CPD. So what is CPD, by the way? CPD, or Continuing Professional Development, is the process in which you continue to develop your skills as a professional. So with the enactment of RA 10912, or the CPD law of 2016, CPD for all professions regulated by PRC is now mandatory. So mandating CPD is the only way all professionals, including teachers, made to go through CPD. So CPD is not an option. It is a necessity. So continuing professional development for professional teachers sharpen the professional teachers' competitive edge in highly competitive world. So now, let's proceed to the philosophical basis of CPD. So, growth is an evidence of life. What is this mean? So, this implies that anything that is alive grows, or anything that grows is alive. So, a teacher who is alive grows physically, psychologically, emotionally, socially, mentally, and spiritually. So, if he or she doesn't grow, it means he or she is no longer alive. Next philosophical basis of CPD. So, man or woman is an unfinished project. This means for a professional teacher he or she is always in the process of becoming better and better as a person and as a professional. So no person, no professional can claim that he or she already arrived at the state of perfection. So we all know the sayings, nobody is perfect. Neither perfecta or perfecto, which is perfect by name, is not perfect. So this means that no professional has arrived in the perfect state. So this implies that all professional is expected to continue developing.
So let's proceed to the next topic, the historical and legal basis of the continuing professional development in the Philippines. So even before the enactment of the CPD Act of 2016, CPD was already allotted in the 1987 Philippine Constitution. And there are fundamentals laws na shall state to enhance the right of teachers to professional advancement. So there are other laws also cited continuing professional development as follows. First is Batas Pambansa 232, Education Act of 1982, Chapter 3 on Duties and Obligations section. So meaning, duties and obligation. So one of the teacher's obligation is to assume the responsibility to maintain and sustain his professional growth and advancement. So one of this example is maintain professionalism in his behavior at all times. So it means as a teacher, it is a must or it is a part of the responsibility to make herself or himself grow so that they could share a lot of their expertise to their students or they can make mahimo silang role model sa mga students. And next is the RA 9155, an act instituting a framework of governance for basic education, establishing authority. So in this act, establishing authority and accountability of Department of Education, Culture and Sports, and other purposes. And it was enacted on August 11, 2001. And next is the RA 7836, the Teachers Professionalization Act. So this act is, it is also provided for mandatory continuing professional education and now referred to as continuing professional development. So teacher may take an oral and written examination at least once in 5 years as basis for merit promotion. So for example, is ang kanang mga masteral, doctoral, so mga hingana, master's degree, doctor's degree. So nga nga way is na they have a promotion sa ilahang profession. And the same of RA 7836 nasa state dito nga if dili kuno ka maka-attend or unjustified or willful failure to attend seminars, workshop, conference and continuing education program, mga seminars na kanang continuing education program. So it prescribed by the board and the commission section 23. Mahimo nga kana it possible nga ma-revoke o ang imuhang certificate of registration or mas suspension ang imuhang practice of the teaching profession. And also kanang naasay possibility nga ma-cancel imuhang temporary or special permit. And the next is the Board for Professional Teachers or BPT. So the Board for Professional Teachers also passed resolution number 435 series 177 to adopt the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. So this resolution talk about Code of Ethics for professional teachers. So it will serve as a guide for the professional teachers which they are going to follow. So if dili nila makuan ilahang or kuaning ilahang Code of Ethics is pwede silang ma-revoke sa ilahang professional ma-revoke ilahang certificate of registration or ma-suspend ilahang practice of the teaching profession. And next is Executive Order number 266, institutionalization of the CPE, PRBs, PRC. So Executive Order number 266 is institutionalization of the continuing professional education programs of the various professional regulatory boards under the provision of the Professional Regulation Commission. So this was signed and issued by the Office of the President Fidel V. Ramos on July 25, 1995. And next is RA 10912, Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. So in this act, with this enactment of this law, CPD for all the 43 professions regulated by PRC, included the teaching profession, has become mandatory. So in this act, the teaching profession was become a mandatory requirement for professional. Teaching profession is also nasad ka mandatory requirement for professional registration system. It gives importance for the development of professionals' knowledge and competence. And that's all.
So let's proceed to the salient provision of RA 10912, the Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. A lot of questions has been raised about RA 10912, otherwise known as Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. Many teachers receive CPD because it claims to be extra expense, extra effort, and extra time when in fact it is very professional's obligation. CPD is the way professionals can sharpen their competitive edge in an international world that has become global village. The need for CPD is highlighted by the ASEAN integration and the internalization, which are now real. To be a professional must meet the international standards. The way to go is CPD. The purposes of CPD for professional are stated in RA 10912, Article 1, Declaration of Policy. It is hereby declared the policy of the states to promote and upgrade the practice of professions in the country. Towards this end, the state shall institute measures that will continuously improve the competence of the professionals in accordance with international standards of practice, thereby ensuring their contribution in uplifting the general welfare, economic growth, and development of the nation. The state policy on promoting and upgrading the practice of professional in the country and the institution of the measures to continuously improve the competence of the professionals in accordance with international standards and gives Filipino professional and competitive edge in the ASEAN region and in the world. So let's proceed to the number of CPD units required. Article 3, Section 10 of the same CPD Act state, the CPD is made as a mandatory requirement in the renewal of Professional Identification Card or PICS of all registered and licensed professionals. So we can see here at the table the period and the number of credit units required in the renewal of the PICS. So from the period of December 2017, 15 credits units is required. January to December 2018, 30 credits units required. January 2019 onwards is 45 credits units are required. So do you have any question about our discussion? So if there is no question, let's continue our discussion.
My topic is all about ways by which professional teachers can earn credit units. So first is professional track. This includes training provided by CPD, provides accredited by PRC. So this might involve teacher training programs and mentorship. The second is academic track. This refers to the completion of a master's degree. So it will give you 45 credit units. A completion of candidacy to the doctorate program, completion of postdoctoral diploma, and being a recipient of a professional chair grant of or fellowship grant. So this gives 45 credit units again. Third is self-directed track. When we say self-directed track, this includes trainings offered by non-accredited CPD provides. It is learning activities such as online training, local or international seminars or non-degree courses, or example, professional development workshops or webinars chosen by a professional. So fourth and last is productive scholarship. This means that the professional teacher has developed program or training module, curriculum guide, or any other resource materials through writing a book or a monograph or invention of a creative work. This entitles him or her at least 45 credit units. So that's all.
So let's proceed to the continuing professional development plan. So but before that, why is CPD important for professional teachers? Yes, Miss Tinyu? Okay, very good. So CPD allows educators to maintain competent, effective, innovative in terms of the skills and techniques that they apply in their classroom. So CPD is not just only for the teachers, but also to the students as well. So, continuing professional development plan, please read. Okay, so developing a personal CPD plan helps teachers develop purposefully. So, every professional who has sincere intent to grow professionally, they must have an annual CPD plan. Because CPD plan
it is a structured approach for individuals to improve their skills and knowledge and competences throughout their career. So, it ensures ongoing learning and development in line with their career goals and professional standards, because this is something that they own to themselves and to the public that they serve. And CPD plan, it symbolizes their professionalism as well. So, do you understand the CPD plan, class? Okay, very good. So let's proceed to the templates of CPD plan. So there are two templates, the IPPD and the personal CPD plan. IPPD means individual plan for professional development and personal CPD plan. So as you can see, na siya ka na question, no? But makaimunta nga na sila differences, but basically they are similar to each other. So the first template is used in public schools, while the other template is gamit na siya sa uban nga mga school. So when we say teacher individual plan for professional development, it identifies the teacher's priority needs as developing teaching strategies to promote critical thinking and planning for the learner's special needs. While ang personal CPD plan is a structured framework that you use to become aware of your skills, to identify and develop skills that you need, work on the skills that you want to achieve and how to achieve it. So that's the purpose of these two. So if you are interested to go in depth ed, it may be good to use the IPPD. So do you understand the two templates, class? Okay, so basically, kani silang duha is more jud ang mo. They are similar in purpose. Now, do you understand the whole discussion? Okay, so now I want you to group yourself into two. This one is a group 1 and this one is the group 2. So, and I want you to role play the importance of CPD in the professional teachers. So, the criteria for judging is the content 40%, the creativity 20%, the teamwork 20%, and the presentation 80%, and overall 100%. So, okay, very good. So, na-portray yun ninyo kung unsa ka-importante ang CPD para sa mga professional teachers. So, now, I can say that you are all understand the discussion. So, please get one for sheet of paper because you will have a quiz. So, number 1, okay, very good. So, everyone got the highest score. So, now, for the last question, Miss Ilmaro, as a future teacher, why is it important to commit to CPD? Okay, very good. So, I have said that CPD allows educator to maintain effective, competent, and innovative in the terms of skills and knowledge or techniques that they apply in the classroom. So, very important ang CPD for all the professional teachers. For your assignment, I want you to study Chapter 8 because before our discussion, I will give you a short quiz. So, that's all for today. Goodbye and thank you.